Data loggers must be programmed before they can make measurements, store data, and do hardware control. Shortcut for Windows is one way to generate a program. Check out our other videos if you'll be using Shortcut. The CR Basic Editor is our full-featured program editor. When programming errors occur during development, the CR Basic Editor will give you information to help you identify and correct them. Hello, I'm Colin Daly of Campbell Scientific in Logan, Utah. In this video, we'll show you some common errors and how to fix them. We have other videos on using some of the CR Basic features, help system, and more. In this tutorial, I'll demonstrate some common programming errors such as an undeclared variable, variable out of bounds, illegal float destination variable, table not called and could not find data table, invalid or missing parameter, and too many parameters in an instruction, if without end if, and data interval not divisible by scan. Use the slider below to jump to a particular section. The numbers in parentheses at the left here give you the approximate time each segment starts. A variable is a packet of data logger memory that temporarily stores measurements and processing results during program execution. Variables must be declared, that is, given an alphanumeric name before they are used in a program. An undeclared variable error can be a result of using a variable that has not yet been declared, or a typographical error. Hint: use the F9 or F10 key to display a pick list of previously declared variables. Using F9 and F10 are demonstrated in our CR Basic Features video tutorial. In this example, we'll see the undeclared variable error. Type a variable name. RefTemp has not been declared. When you compile or compile and save, the CR Basic Precompiler checks the program for syntax errors and other inconsistencies. The results are displayed in the message window at the bottom of the main screen. When an error can be traced to a specific line in the program, the line number will be displayed. Double-click the error message and that line in the program gets highlighted. Variables must be declared before they can be used. If a variable has been declared and a typographical error was made, you can right-click on the mistyped variable and select the correct one. Compile again to ensure the error has been corrected. And it has. Remember, declare your variables first when possible, then use your right mouse click, F9 or F10 to insert it. This will save typing errors. A variable out of bounds error occurs when a program tries to write to an array variable outside of its declared size. It is a programming error that causes this and should not be ignored. The CR Basic Precompiler can only catch things like repetitions too large for an array. If an array is used in a loop or expression, the precompiler cannot check to see if an array will be accessed out of bounds. You'll see these errors at runtime in the data logger status table. Declare your variables. Insert instructions. Compile and say program. The error message indicates which variable is out of bounds. Double-click the error message. Right-click to bring up the instructions parameter entry box. Notice that this instruction calls for 2 repetitions, but there's only one variable location to write the values. Repetitions are generally used when you have more than one of the same type of sensor. The variable out of bounds error may be corrected by reducing the number of repetitions or increasing the number of variables in the array. In this example, we'll have 2 sensors, so we'll add additional variables to the array. Compile again, and you can see that this error is corrected. Remember, use repetitions and variable arrays together. Check that you have declared enough variables in the array for the number of repetitions or loops you have. The variable declaration instructions public or dim can use an optional as type descriptor to define the data format. The 4 data format types are float, long, Boolean, and string. By default, when no descriptor is used, variables are floating point. In general, measurement instructions must write to float variables. If a measurement instruction tries to write to a non-float variable, an illegal float destination variable error will occur. The tcdiff instruction is a measurement instruction, so the variable it writes to, the destination variable, must be of the float type. Change the data type to float. The error has been corrected. Remember, when no type is specified, the variable is a float. A data table must be called by the CRBasic program for the processing and storage to occur. Typically, data tables are called by the call table instruction once each scan. In this example, a table is declared but not called. This happens to me when I copy and edit a data table. This table will have a 15-second interval. I'll call it 15 seconds. You get a warning. Table 15 seconds is declared but never called. This is just a warning, not a compile failure. The program will still run, but it will not store data to this table. Usually though, when you declare a table, you want to store data to it. We'll fix that by calling the table. Select the new table name. Now the warning is gone and you'll store data to that table. This time, a data table is called but not declared. The error says it cannot find data table named test. Notice, there is only one data table instruction and it's called 15 seconds. There are two ways to correct this problem. 1. Declare a data table with a specified name, or 2. Delete the call table line with the undeclared table. In this demonstration, we'll delete the extra call table. Compile again. No errors. A data table must be both declared and called in the CRBasic program for the data processing and storage to occur. A CRBasic instruction is a keyword followed by a series of parameters needed to run the instruction. The specific parameter requirements for each instruction must be applied precisely for the instruction to run. When the number of parameters does not match an instruction's requirements, the CRBasic editor may give one of the following errors: invalid or missing parameter, or too many parameters. The error message indicates that there is an invalid or missing parameter. Notice, there is no size parameter. Compile again to make sure the error has been corrected. It has. This time there are too many parameters in a particular instruction. Take care to delete the extraneous one, not just the last one listed. This message indicates that there are too many parameters in an instruction. Here you can see that this instruction requires 3 parameters, not 4. Take care to delete the extraneous one. It might not be the last one shown. All CRBasic instructions need specific information or parameters to run. When the number of parameters does not match an instruction's requirements, the CRBasic editor may give an error. The if-then-else statements are used to process one or more instructions conditionally based on the evaluation of a condition or expression. Simple conditional tests often use the single-line format. In that case, the end-if statement is not used. The block form provides more structure and flexibility than the single-line form. An end-if must close the block. The error says if or select without end-if or end-select. The end program instruction is highlighted because the CRBasic editor cannot tell where to place the missing instruction. Rebuilding indentations can help you locate where the missing instruction should go. You can see where the end-if is missing here. Now you can type it in and rebuild the indentations again. And the error is gone. When in doubt whether to use a single line or block form, use the block form. It gives more structure and flexibility and is usually easier to read, maintain, and debug. Just remember to close it with the end-if statement. The interval established by the data interval instruction is independent but must be a multiple of the program scan interval. The error says the data interval is not integrally divisible by the scan interval. The data table interval must be an even multiple of the scan rate. In this program, the data interval is 15 seconds, while the scan is every 30 seconds. The output interval cannot be faster than the scan. We'll change the scan to 15 seconds. Output intervals have to be even multiples of the scan. You get the same error if, for example, your scan is every 10 seconds and you try to write data every 15 seconds. A properly deployed data logger measures sensors accurately, stores all data, and controls devices as requested by the program. Experienced users analyze measurement data soon after the deployment to ensure the data logger is measuring and storing data as desired by the programmer. Most measurement, control, and data storage problems are a result of one or more program bugs. Remember, the worst error is not testing a program before deployment. I hope this tutorial helped you identify and correct some common CR Basic program bugs that show up as compile errors. Please contact a Campbell Scientific application engineer to discuss your application and for answers about CR Basic programming.